at the time of this recording, I just want everybody to know that if you are a TikTok person or you even started subscribing to me through TikTok, I thank you. It wasn't clear TikTok got banned, so that actually kind of hindered me. So I'm kind of sorry if this video is not to the normal performance level of my previous videos, simply because I don't use the same editing software to make my videos that I previously used. Sorry in advance. Let's get on to the video. Hog versus Kenny every season is a battle that I truly do think is really, really close. And the reason why I say this, even though I'm probably not going to say that in the title, because ultimately the other person will win more, I actually think it's close throughout most of the seasons, and you can make a legitimate argument for both people. Although, considering there's only 4 different parts of the show I can even cover for them, considering Kenny showed all the way up in like, what, season 4? Oh, well, actually, no, that's actually way more than I initially thought. No, actually, no, it's the same amount. I kind of just got the seasons mixed up in my head. I thought he joined in season 5, so my brain started doing a little loop there, but actually, it's one more than I thought. Anyways, let's get into this video right now. If you guys do enjoy, please sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's do it. Hawk versus Kenny is something that has been debated ever since season 5 due to Kenny and Hawk sort of having kind of a rivalry since then. It's kind of been portrayed throughout the last couple of parts. In any case, this is something that I've always kind of been interested to cover, but never really wanted to cover, as I don't really think it's that big of a deal, or it's really all that close, or until I actually started doing the scaling and realized that maybe it's a little bit more closer than I thought. Hawk being the champion, yeah, in season 4, I just think that just clearly means he's above Kenny. I don't think... Sorry for the cut in advance. Got interrupted anyways. With that being said, I just don't think he's close. I just think Hawk and Kenny should just be, like, literally just relative or somewhat later on in the show. But here, I just don't think it's even close. His Hawk has been doing karate for the past all season, whereas Kenny just started doing karate. So, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious where he should just stand against him in this, season. But, yeah, I thought that was pretty clear. Season 5, I guess, is where you can say things start to change for Kenny, for the better. He learns a silver bullet from Terry, and we literally see a fight between him and Hawk take place. Now, a lot of people say Kenny wouldn't be able to replicate what he did against Hawk on a street fight. That literally doesn't make any sense, because the definition of a street fight is when you're not following the rules at all. So Kenny would use it even more likely in that situation. I mean, if you use it during a tournament, why wouldn't you use it on the street? It doesn't even make any sense. Also, the silver bullet completely negs Hawk. So if Kenny just lands one of these, he'll win. And I gotta tell you, I don't really understand why people can't understand that Kenny just beat Hawk here. I understand that silver bullet is an illegal move, but an illegal move in a street fight is still a win, right? You still win that, right? Because you beat the opponent, right? That's what that kind of matters in this situation. So, yeah, he beat it. Now, in terms of skill or like just power or whatever, not the silver bullet. I think it was shown in the show itself that Hawk is just above Kenny in arguably every way, but the silver bullet just nagged him so bad, and it just can do that so easily that it's such an impressive move that I just have no way of saying Hawk would beat him at all. So, yeah, I definitely got Kenny taking season 5, which you'll find is rare in my last 2 analyses that I have to do for the rest of this video. Hawk versus Kenny in season 6, part 1, should just be kind of telling for a couple of different reasons. First of all, covering Kenny's scaling, it's stated by Devin that she admits inferiority to him, meaning that he's better than Devin. Which, if you want to take the idea that Devin can actually trip up Hawk and make him fall over early in that season, you could actually say Devin and Hawk are relative. And then you can say, since Devin admits inferiority to Kenny, then technically you could just argue that Kenny should just upscale and would be Hawk by that logic. Plus, another thing you could just argue is that Kenny still has the silver bullet, and so he could still just use this against Hawk, which, even though Hawk is hit by it now, and I'm pretty sure by this point in the show, he would have found some type of freaking counter to it maybe, or you could even just argue his defense got better or something. But I don't really think those things make sense, as we were never really shown him having better defense or really just any better defense in general. Like, we don't even really see Hulk strain anymore after, like, season 5, if I'm being honest, and I don't really think that's going to help him at all, considering in this season he also gets kicked by Dimitri, someone who I consider to be below Kenny as well in this season, and it kind of just takes him out completely. And yes, before I hear the whole Hulk was mentally nerfed thing, yes, in fact, I'm actually about to hit a 360 on you, because although you can argue all these different things for Kenny, there is no way in the world that I have Kenny beating Hawk. The reason for this is because I just think it's pretty clear that Daniel and Johnny thought Hawk should have went to the Sekai Tech over everyone else on the field. They're the senseis. They know the students the most, so they would know the skill level of all of them. And they all had Hawk going over the rest of them. So what that pretty much tells me is Hawk is over Kenny, Devin, and Dimitri. The fact that he lost shocked Daniel and Johnny, and even Miguel, because we literally see him tapping him on the shoulder like, wow, I can't believe you actually lost. So what that tells me is no. Everybody there thought Hawk was better. Everybody thought Hawk was going to win. And Hawk's mental nerf is why he actually even lost. So with all this to say, I definitely think Hawk will win high div. But I don't really know what would happen with the Silver Bullet in this situation. You can just argue that since in this season Kenny has started to become kinder and cooler or whatever, he just literally would not use that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with those lines. But it's important to keep in mind that he does have it. So with that being said, season 6 part 1 goes to Hulk. Season 6 part 2, Hulk becomes unmentally nerfed. So this is probably gonna be like the biggest part. Now, what we see in this part is that Kenny is able to take out a captain, and we also see that he's able to help Hulk and Dimitri jump Yoon, meaning that they all have some relativity to Yoon. Clearly not on Yoon's level though, as they have to jump him. But as we know, Hulk would show feats that just blatantly show him being superior to Kenny, like being able to land hits on Quan in the background in their fight, and just being capable of handling stuff like that pretty easily. Where even though we see Kenny pretty much throughout the entire tournament perform extremely well, I would argue we never see him fight somebody on the level of Quan this whole season. Plus, like I said, we have to acknowledge that Hulk completely loses his mental nerve and just kind of goes back to being old Hulk at one point. So with that being said, I just have to give it to Hulk completely and just say he would just win again. Even though I know this is kind of controversial because Kenny kind of showed better feats. Like once again, beating a captain and helping them fight you. And that is something that you really have to take into account for real. But I just think Hulk has showed just slightly more important feats despite Kenny's really good feats. Either way, you could just argue Kenny would win because once again he still has a Silver Bullet. If you want to argue it would just come to a cinema match, maybe Kenny would just have to use that to win. Meaning you could say Kenny would win Extreme Death, but I'm gonna give it to Hulk Extreme Death. But yeah, I do really think this is one of the closer matchups in Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2. With that being said, we got Hulk winning Season 4, obviously. We got a winning Season 5. Yeah, no, I don't have him winning Season 5. I just wanted the trick right there. No, I don't have him winning that. I just don't think he can counter the Silver Bullet in the season at all. We literally know Kenny for a fact would use it in this season. So yeah, I just think he would just lose here. Season 6 Part 1, I got my boy Hulk winning because of things that I've already stated. And I got him winning in Season 6 Part 2 because once again, things I've already stated. With that being said, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. If you did enjoy this video, and please be sure to comment why I was wrong in the comment section below. Although this is actually one of the few videos I don't really think people are going to really get mad at me about, because I think most people will probably agree with these takes. These are pretty widely agreed upon takes outside of the Season 5 take, probably. In any case, I'm out. Catch you guys in my next video. Whatever says no, never says enough. Thank you. Sonic the Hedgehog is awesome. Go watch Sonic 3. And I'm out. Bye, guys.